Have you ever stopped to wonder who really invented the clock? Was it a single genius, a specific country, or something far more complex? In this documentary, we're going to travel back thousands of years to a time when there were no watches, no wall clocks, not even mechanical devices to track the passing hours. We'll explore how early humans understood time through nature, how different civilizations developed their own methods, and how these ideas slowly evolved into something more precise. But the story doesn't end there, because what we often believe about the origins of clocks isn't entirely true. As we uncover the history of timekeeping, we'll begin to see a much bigger picture, one shaped by ancient innovation, scientific curiosity, and contributions from across the world, including a powerful chapter that history often overlooks. Time governs everything, from the rhythm of our days, to the structure of our lives, to the movement of the universe itself. Today we measure time effortlessly on our phones, our watches, and even on the walls around us. But for most of human history, time was not something you could simply read. It was something you had to observe, interpret, and understand through the world around you. The story of clocks is not the story of a single invention. It is the story of humanity's long and complex journey to understand and eventually measure something invisible. Long before clocks existed, early civilizations faced a simple but critical challenge. How do you organize life without measuring time? Farmers needed to know when to plant and harvest, travelers needed to navigate long distances, and religious communities needed structure for rituals and prayer. At first, time was understood purely through nature, the rising of the sun, the changing of seasons, and the shifting positions of the stars. Civilizations such as those in ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia were among the first to turn these natural observations into structured systems. They did not invent time itself, but they began to measure it in meaningful ways. Before mechanical clocks, humanity relied on ingenious yet imperfect methods. One of the earliest tools was the sundial, a simple object that cast a shadow as the sun moved across the sky. Sundials allowed people to divide the day into segments, but they had clear limitations. They only worked in sunlight, they varied with the seasons, and they lacked precision. Despite these flaws, they represented an important step in humanity's growing understanding of time and its patterns. To solve the challenge of measuring time more reliably, ancient engineers turned to water. This led to the invention of water clocks, also known as clepsydra devices, where a steady flow of water marked the passage of time. These clocks were used in courts, temples, and astronomy, making them one of the most important early timekeeping devices. However, they still had a major limitation. They depended on a consistent flow of water, which was difficult to maintain with precision. In addition to water clocks, other methods were also developed, such as candle clocks and incense clocks. These devices measured time through burning candles marked with intervals, or incense sticks slowly turning to ash. They were especially useful indoors, but like earlier methods, they still lacked accuracy and could not reliably measure exact moments in time. Another simple yet elegant invention was the hourglass. Sand flowed from one chamber to another, measuring fixed intervals of time. While it was portable and easy to use, it could only measure duration rather than tell the actual time of day. Despite all these innovations, one truth remained clear: time could be estimated but not precisely controlled. As civilizations advanced, so did their need for accuracy. Timekeeping gradually shifted from convenience to science. Across different parts of the world, unique developments began to emerge: complex water-driven mechanisms in China, advanced astronomical timekeeping in India and in the Islamic world, a growing connection between science and engineering that transformed how time was understood. Timekeeping was no longer just about observing nature. It was becoming increasingly mechanical and systematic. As civilizations advanced, so did their need for precision. Between the 8th and 13th century, a transformation took place. In cities like Baghdad, Damascus, and Cordoba, science flourished. Timekeeping became deeply important, especially for determining precise prayer times. This necessity drove innovation. Muslim scholars refined astronomical calculations, improved water clock accuracy, developed early mechanical engineering principles. Among them was Al-Jazari. In the heart of the Islamic Golden Age, a remarkable engineer emerged whose work would redefine the boundaries of science and invention. Al-Jazari, living in the 12th century, he was not just an inventor but a visionary who combined art, engineering, and mechanics in ways the world had never seen before. Serving under the Artukid dynasty in present-day Turkey, Al-Jazari designed some of the most sophisticated machines of his time, including intricate water clocks, automated devices, and mechanical systems powered by ingenious principles of motion. His work, documented in his famous book, The Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices, laid foundational ideas that would later influence the development of modern engineering and timekeeping systems across the world. Among his most extraordinary creations was the elephant clock, one of the most remarkable devices ever built. It was not just a clock, but a complex system of synchronized mechanisms in which water regulated internal motion, mechanical figures moved automatically, and sound marked the passing of time. More importantly, it symbolized a fusion of knowledge, bringing together influences from India, Greece, Egypt, and the Islamic world into a single unified masterpiece. Al-Jazari also developed other advanced clocks that could adjust for seasonal time changes, display astronomical information, and operate using gears and controlled motion. These were not simple devices. They were early mechanical systems, laying the foundations for future engineering and the evolution of modern clocks. A common belief today is that clocks were invented in Europe, but this is an oversimplification. What Europe introduced, particularly in the 14th century, was the mechanical clock with gears and escapement mechanisms. These innovations were important, but they did not emerge in isolation. Rather, they were part of a long chain of knowledge transfer. Through regions like Islamic Spain and through major translation movements, scientific ideas moved across cultures and civilizations. The truth is that timekeeping began in ancient civilizations, was significantly refined during the Islamic Golden Age, and was later advanced further in Europe. No single culture can claim the invention of timekeeping. It was and remains a global achievement. From the Middle East to Europe, and from Asia to the rest of the world, timekeeping technologies spread through trade routes, scientific exchange, and cultural interaction. Over time, mechanical clocks became widespread in Europe, leading to the development of tower clocks, personal watches, and eventually industrial timekeeping systems. Today, time feels precise, unchanging, and absolute. But behind every second lies a long history of experimentation, discovery, and innovation. From shadows to water, and from simple observations to intricate machines, humanity did not just measure time, it learned to understand it. And so the next time you check the time, remember what seems simple today is the result of centuries of curiosity, innovation, and shared human knowledge. This was just one story from a much larger journey, one that history doesn't always fully tell. If you found this exploration fascinating, you're going to love what comes next. We're uncovering more untold stories, more hidden contributions, and more forgotten chapters that shape the world we live in today. So make sure to subscribe and join us as we continue exploring the untold history behind the everyday things we often take for granted.